What up, Red Zone? Can you hear me?
Yo, can you
Hello?
hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
All right.
Okay, yeah. I'm back.
Our squandered the number 2 seed playing backups, man.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Oh
Let me get
god,
this set up.
yeah,
'Cause, yeah, I saw the score and I was like, what the hell?
yeah,
Like, what's going on here?
yeah.
Hold on.
Sirianni, his decision. I mean, unless their analytics told them that the Packers will go in and beat the Bears. I mean, the Bears don't look good going into the
Hmm.
playoffs.
Well,
But
hold on.
anyhow,
Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
yeah.
I didn't, I didn't, I didn't. Well, let me go ahead and hit live first, cause
All right.
hold on.
Yeah. Well, you structure, man. Let's talk about it.
It said the fourth, don't it? Let me see.
Yeah, yeah. This one is fourth. The other one you gave me was the fifth. You gave me one for tomorrow. That's all I'm like,
Oh, wait a minute.
yeah.
Oh shit, we live, man. My
Oh,
bad.
we are. Oh, okay. Let's work.
Hey,
All
we live. Three, two,
right.
one, let's go. We already live, man. I'm sitting here thinking everything getting set up. That joint live, man. Everybody
Yeah.
heard all. Hey, so they heard the little gripes that we had just right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well,
hey, man,
yeah. I got a
this
big
is
brain.
week 18. So,
I'm kind of pissed.
yeah, man. And hey, the Philadelphia Eagles, man. The Bears lost their game today, and Eagles win at home against Commanders, and Eagles are 2 seed.
Well,
Um, now it's Eagles 3 seed. So. Well,
yeah.
first of all, let's get with that, man. Why the decision to not play the players?
Well, yeah, Nick Sirianni said that the team has a good track record. I mean, with health, which they are one of the healthiest teams in the league, and he is not wrong. Um, I guess they're banking on the fact that they get a home game against San Fran. If they take care of San Fran and the stars align where the Bears choke against the Packers, then they get a second home game. If not, you go into Chicago, and I think they're confident that with Jalen Hurts and the talent that they have on that team, they can go into any stadium and actually win. Which they're not. It's proven that they can do that. But it's just better than to had a 2 seed, and now you got two guaranteed home games because the Eagles is the only team in the league that have not played consecutive home games. in their stadium. You know,
Wow.
yeah. So playing Week 18 and then playing the first wild card round will be the first time that they play back to back home games this season, which is a joke by the NFL, man, to give the Super Bowl champs that type of schedule. You know, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just one of those things. I see it as a missed opportunity, but that's behind them. They just got to play the cards that they dealt, and you know, I mean, it'll be all right, I guess.
Well, I mean, and look at it this way: if everything goes true to form, the Eagles will be at the Bears, and
Yeah.
the Bears defense, man, is you know their secondary, especially, is suspect in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
not like it's a matchup that you don't want to have per se, especially with their defense. So
yeah. And the
and
good
then
thing,
today and look how they look today. You know what I'm
oh
saying
yeah,
against the
yeah,
Detroit team.
yeah. Against the Lions, they had everything on the line, and they was just playing hero ball. Caleb just started throwing the ball up, and you know, the receivers, was coming down with the ball, but during the game, because I was watching, I
Ooh,
was flicking back and forth.
ooh, Derrick Henry, my boy.
Oh,
Oh
I'm
God.
delayed, man. So
Oh, okay,
yeah, I'm
okay,
delayed. I'm streaming, so yeah, let me see if I can get a live feed.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, there is a flag on the play, by the way. We'll see what the
All
flag is. But Derrick Henry, he basically picking up from last week.
where he bullying people?
Man, he picking up. It's like they just continued the game from last week.
Oh wow. Yeah, let me see if I can get a faster feed. Man, that's crazy that my feed is kind of it's delayed.
Well, don't worry, there was a penalty that negates it.
All
So
right,
yeah,
that'll
but
work.
the man broke off like a 60
Oh,
yard
I'm
run.
watching it now. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this is any indication of what
Yeah.
what the Steelers gonna have to deal with tonight.
Hey, hey, you better buckle your chin strap. You know they're
Yeah.
gonna give Derrick Henry ain't he gonna lead his game with about 40 carries.
Oh, he better.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, he better.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you 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 can't not give him the ball. You can't leave this ball the game in Lamar's hand. Lamar, uh, you know, he's a good quarterback, but he had his limitation shows up in big games. Look like Queen made a business decision on that
Oh
play.
yeah,
Queen
yeah.
made a real business decision. That Joker took a bad angle and
Oh, he
Olay.
pulled a Dion. Yeah, he
Oh
pulled a Dion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I can see it, I know the coaches is like, what? That is a joke. You
Yeah.
can't take that angle. Luckily, it is a penalty, man.
I'm gonna
But
say this, man, to go along with the running of the 40 plus carries or 36 carries that Henry should get tonight.
yeah,
Go ahead and Jackson need to add to that with another 12 carries himself. Like ball
yeah,
control.
but is the ribs good? That's the question.
Well, you
You
better
know,
get down
that's the
something.
question. Because he get bent a certain way, he out the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I
Well,
think I'm.
well, they do. Okay, you can you see the game there?
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm watching. I'm a little delayed because again, I stream where you getting. You probably but you got cable.
Uh, yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, I'm like,
We live. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
we
I'm kind of.
we watching the game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First time, man.
There go
Okay.
Lamar. See, Lamar with a carry. Okay.
Hold on. Let me. I'm a little behind.
Oh, let me hit pause. Let me
Yeah.
hit pause. Tell me when to run over. Tell me when to
All
run.
right. So I'm on third down on my joint. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, I got up to likely play when he hit him in the flat. So let's see. All right, we got likely emotion. Okay. Yeah, now that's a good safe run from Jackson.
Yeah, just get out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a safe run. You know. Now those runs, those high percentage runs, but when he trying to dip and do all that nonsense, you know,
Hmm.
and TJ Watt just sold out. He ain't even pay attention to Jackson.
Hmm.
uh, but yeah, man, how you feel about your Seahawks?
Hey man, that was a huge win. Seattle did what they were supposed to do, right? The defense
Yeah,
showed up, and we didn't have a lot, turnover. We didn't give the ball away, so we
yeah,
didn't we didn't help San Fran at all. We forced them to have a great game, and hey, the
hmm,
defense did their job, man. I mean, I got my guys showed up defensively. In ball control, running
yeah,
the ball was key. You know what I'm saying? Controlling that ball, limiting their possessions,
hmm,
and you could tell like the D line was much better than their O line.
oh
And
yeah,
Purdy didn't have no time to do the Dougie or whatever dances he been doing lately
yeah,
because he was busy scraping himself off the field Saturday night.
yeah. I mean, they
So
got pressure in his face. I mean, Purdy's only what 6'1" with cleats on. He's
yeah.
on the shorter side, so he need all the space possible, to be able to see over the line and make the necessary decisions. But I mean, the 49ers, I mean, personally, they had, like you said, the other podcast we was on, they had one of the easiest schedules this season. So they played a lot of cream puffs, man, and they made them pay, rightfully so. But when you're playing against quality opponents, man, you had everything on the line. You had home field advantage, perfect conditions, and you mustered to put up 3 points at home with everything on the line, number one seed on the
Hmm.
line. Then that says a lot, man. You know, I mean,
Yep.
and then
And
too,
playing the Bears the previous week
yeah.
wasn't really a good formula for them. But go ahead. You said reason number
Oh
two.
no, oh yeah, and I was saying, like Kittle.
Hmm.
He was saying go Cardinals because he didn't even want. He already knew he didn't want to go to Chicago or Philly to play, and I guess the Cardinals let him down.
Yeah. Yeah, they did, and
Yeah,
that's a team too in the Rams that I would keep my eye on, man. Like you know, with Stafford throwing 40 plus touchdowns this year,
yeah,
that's not going to be a pushover opponent there for anybody. So, um, there was only a game or two out from being a one seed.
yeah.
So that's yeah, San
Yeah.
Fran. You can see where the injuries are starting to pile up too on them.
Well, yeah, their
Um,
defense is not that good. I mean,
hmm.
they're a front running team. If they get up on you early, then they play ball control and they try to play keep away. But if you jump on them and you get pressure in Purdy face and you making him, you know, pull his eyes down where he's getting hit, because all he wanted he played like Drew Brees. He want to get on the edges, and you got to take the edges away from him. You keep him in that pocket, hands up, and then you basically must rush him. He's gonna fold like a tent, and that's what y'all did against him.
No,
Y'all didn't
yeah.
let him get on the edges, and that's where
Hmm.
because he got that run pass option because he's not fast, but he's quick. He know how to create space. But yeah, man, it's this playoff is gonna be interesting. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ravens just scored. I think
Yeah,
we saw that.
yeah, I seen that on a little same route. Pittsburgh. The safety's not talking. Everybody thinking Derrick Henry. Little play action, and you know, and then the easy walk-in touchdown by the Ravens.
And the way
Yeah,
it's looking, man, if they establish this run, which
yeah,
that first run did, they set the tone.
yeah.
Now you don't know which you got to play that, and now they just threw right over your head, so it's
Yep.
gonna make life easier for them, man. Like the Ravens are coming in, hey, it's just one drive, but still they coming in looking like they're the better team. And I'd be curious about Pittsburgh, man. What like let's say they don't win tonight, like what direction do they go in?
Well, if they're smart, they'll go in the direction of finding a young quarterback. I mean, you can't keep
Hmm.
on bringing Rodgers back, man. Rodgers is 42 years old. Like, Father Time done passed them. You
Yeah.
know, and you gonna see tonight. I mean, they might win the game. Off of if the Pittsburgh defense got to step up. But if you go and think you're gonna win shootouts, it's not gonna happen. You know.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, they need to get a young quarterback, man, and just let that kid mature. You know, I mean, Tomlin. If I'm Tomlin, I'm beating the table. With that, like, come on, guys, y'all got to help me. You know, I need a young guy that we can build around. You know, because if not, they're gonna be in the same predicament every season until they do that,
Right.
where just they getting by. You know, you know.
Hmm.
I mean, they have
Eight,
a.
9 wins,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere right in there, first round at
Yep.
best.
Yep.
Too good to be bad and not good enough to be great. Like
Yep.
just right in no man's land.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Mm.
that's the one thing that plagued them. You know. All right, so we got kickoff. Warren's running. He got to about what 38,
Hmm.
37 yard line. You know, yeah,
But yeah,
Jalen.
man.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey. They showing a highlight where he just got cooked.
Oh
Peeking.
yeah.
Yeah, he peeking.
Yep. That run, man. The threat of that run, man, is serious, man. And like the Ravens, they got something cooking tonight,
Yeah,
and so now we get to finally see the Steelers on offense to see what they can do. Let's
yeah,
just see what they look like.
yeah. Let's see, because I mean that offensive line, man, is suspect. So they need to play ahead of the change. They need to get you know 3 to 5 yards on first down every chance they can. Face mask. So that helped get a 15.
Yeah,
That helps. you know.
yeah, they need all the help they can get.
Yeah.
I got a feeling the Ravens gonna pull this one out.
Yeah, I
Uh,
wouldn't I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I could see 27-24, 21-20 around there. I don't think
yeah,
I don't think these games don't never really get out of hand. They normally in that window, you know. Hell, it might be a 17-14 game. Who knows?
yeah. I mean, it
You
is
know.
a bit. These are bitter rivals, and
Yep.
they know each other very well. Gonna hit hard and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Perfect weather for this game too.
Yeah, it's just cold. No inclement weather. You know. I mean, both of them are outdoor teams, so you know. But
Yeah.
my question
Hey
is,
man.
will Pittsburgh push the ball down the field, or will they do those little swing passes all night? Because that's one thing Rogers he'll check that down.
Yeah.
You I mean, and is DK playing tonight, or he's still suspended?
No, he's still suspended.
Oh wow, wow. So they under
Yeah.
way under man losing him out there.
Yeah. Oh, let me give
Man,
you some breaking news. The Falcons are moving on from Raheem Morris.
already?
Yeah.
Why? That don't make no sense.
Um.
The man just got there.
Yeah. I think this was year two. Um. But let's
Was it
face it,
yet?
man.
Was it year
But
two?
let's. Yeah. But let's
Oh
face
wow.
it.
Yeah, I
Atlanta
mean,
was eliminated in week 14.
oh yeah, yeah. Hell, they was
They
well
better. Now you want to. Now the team want to start winning. Blah, blah, blah. Like you was
yeah.
eliminated. They were officially eliminated week 14.
Yeah, yeah, on paper, but they was eliminated far, far before that.
Earlier than that too. But
Yeah,
but now you tied record wise for the NFC South. Of course,
yeah,
you lose out on tiebreaks and everything. That's why they
yeah,
was already mathematically eliminated four
yeah,
weeks ago. But I think Atlanta. I give them this. Yeah, he's only 2 years from Morris, but Atlanta they tend to do this. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? They tend to play. They win when they don't need to win. They lose when they need to win.
yeah,
And it was too many blown games and situations. Shouldn't even be in this position. And I think a shakeup in the coaching side of things is what they're gonna have to do. I know my boy Antoine didn't want to see that, but I was hinting towards this weeks ago that
Yeah.
they need to move on with another coach. But and nothing against Morris, it's just
Well, I mean, he's a defensive
if it,
coordinator. He looks
yeah,
at the game different. I mean, he's not. He was already Atlanta, head coach before, and
right,
basically he a retread coach. And my question is, which direction will Atlanta go? Will they go ahead and get, people going to beat the table for Mike McCarthy and guys like that, those retread coaches, or will they go, they got a young team, a fairly young team. Will they go to the collegiate level and find somebody, or will they get, one of these, high profile coordinators, you know,
yeah,
that's out there that to come in and run their offense, because that's what they need, you know,
yes.
and
They need to light up that offense. And I've been beating the table about this all year.
yeah,
Why do you not use Robinson like a Marshall Faulk? Let him cook. Like let him go, man. Like we don't I like Algier and he's a solid back, but oh well, he's gonna have to wait his turn because I got a talent like Robinson.
yeah,
He's my every down back. He's touching the ball
mm-hmm,
30 times.
yep,
Like, I'm sorry, because that's my weapon, and that's gonna open everything else up. And
yeah.
for some reason, they just kept playing around with that.
Well, yeah, and they that reminds me when the Giants had Saquon, man, and
Yeah.
they played around, and then he's gone. Then a year he goes somewhere else, he runs for 2,000 yards and wins the
Right.
Super Bowl.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that happening. Go from Saquon to Bijan. I'll take that. I mean, I'm greedy,
hey,
but yeah, wow. I mean, for Arthur Blank and those guys down in Atlanta got to be honest about what direction. Like we talked about months ago when we was on a podcast
hmm
with Brooks, and I was talking about how Atlanta's trying to rush being good.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Versus building a quality team. You know, I mean, you got Penix, but Penix, came in the league damaged goods. Now he got ACL injury. This, in the pros, this is what first ACL injury, but as a player, this is his third time tearing his
yeah.
ACL. He tore his ACL on both legs, so he's already damaged goods, man.
hmm
So I mean, it would probably behoove them. I'm pretty sure they don't want to, but you got to look quarterback again. I mean, you can't rely on Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is limited.
Correct.
Yeah, he showed you what he is. He a check down Charlie. He's just a name that's collecting checks now.
hmm
You know, I mean, he's the modern day Jeff George. I'll
Hey,
be honest
yeah,
with you.
that ship is sailed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's sailed on him
yeah, yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah. So
Um, go in this draft, and maybe this draft has somebody that they can get. Maybe there's a player out there they can trade for. I don't, I'm trying to go through couple of rosters in my head, but they got to do that. But also with the coaching staff, like I would say, do like what Seattle did, get you that hot coordinator, like
yeah,
or like what Chicago did. They when they went and got
yeah,
Johnson as a coach, like find you one of those type of
yeah,
NFL coordinators that's coach, a head coach that has a and definitely has an offensive mindset to really
yeah.
make this team like. Cause if Atlanta can really be a serious threat on the offensive end, that's gonna do nothing but help their defense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they got players on defense.
Yeah,
I mean, they got the two ends, Pierce and that other kid that they just drafted. I mean, they got good D tackles. They got Terrell on the outside as one corner. The other corner, it's not so great, but he's serviceable. You still got Bates at money and marquee safety. So they got players, man. I mean, I could see a Kingsbury or somebody like that going to Atlanta and at least getting them to 10 to 11 wins. Hell, maybe 12 in that division because I mean that division is a dumpster fire. But I mean, at the end of yeah, at the end of the day, they're gonna have to really, you know, be detailed in what they're looking for. Just don't hire somebody just to say, oh, we got this guy because they did. That's what they did with Morrison.
Right.
I mean, they just hired a
Yeah.
name. You know,
Yeah.
So and then what's the philosophy? What's going to be you know what direction is the team going? What type of team they're going to be?
What kind of identity?
What's their identity?
Yep. There you
Yeah,
go. And you got to have that type of
you
coach
know.
in place, man, where it's like, hey, no turnovers on this team. We're not gonna be turning the ball. No,
Yeah,
no, none of this stuff that's been going on that caused us to lose games. We're gonna. I need a detail oriented team. I need a tough
yeah,
tackling team. I need, what I'm saying, like,
yeah. I mean,
and
even that, your
and
tight
I
end
do
man.
believe,
I
yeah,
think it's the ship sailed
Pitts.
on Kyle Pitts. I mean, it's time to cut bait with guys like him. They're worrying about stats. They're not winners.
Hmm.
London is solid. So you got Bijan, you got London. Those guys are
Yeah,
solid. But you can find another tight end, a journeyman tight end to come in and give you what what hold on. What's the tight? I just said his name. Goddamn. It's,
what's that, Bijan?
no. Tight end.
Oh, Pitts.
Yeah, Pitts
Ooh,
give you what Pitts give you. I mean, personally, I don't know if he's in the last year of his contract, if he's a free agent, but if he's not, man, I'm trying to get picks for him. You know, I mean, you can definitely you know muster up a fourth or a fifth round pick for him.
right.
You know, what I mean, because he gave you numbers this year, but what did he do? The past couple of years, nothing. You know,
Yeah, and remember, the last 4 weeks, the Falcons had nothing to play for. They've been eliminated a month ago.
yeah,
And for
exactly.
those who are gonna say, man, what a crazy decision to let Morris go. They probably decided this 4 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah,
it
yeah,
don't matter what they do, what their team do the next couple of weeks, because it doesn't matter. They're not gonna be in. So um,
yeah.
now we're just stringing out the last four for the season. For it's just done. So I mean, I'm not gonna say. Well, I'll say this. Belichick. And I'm throwing names out there with somebody who has like pro experience. I'm talking about not the college Belichick, but the pro Belichick,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
identity led teams to championships. Um,
Mhm.
gonna gonna command a staff. It's gonna be a way. There's gonna be a culture. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's not a Bill Belichick, somebody in that world. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
get a coach in there that demands right away.
Well, yeah. They know how to command the room. They
Hmm.
know how to lead men,
Yeah.
into and create a winning environment, man. Because I mean, the game, playing the game is one part. There go Lamar, bad decision. Playing the game is one thing, but you win games in practice. You win games in the meeting
Right.
rooms.
Right.
You win games, in the off season. How you're preparing.
Hmm.
Are these guys, taking, the extra reps? Even though the league is telling you, hey, you can turn off, and you know shut it down because you will meet your allotted time. But as a player, are you doing, you know, the extra things to get better? What I mean, to understand the playbook. Then the coordinators, man. That's another thing, man. Who's going to be the coordinators? Because you only head coach is only as good as his coordinators.
Right.
So that staff is going to be a big deal as well.
Yep. Hmm.
You know,
Well, we're gonna find it. We'll see here
so
who the candidates are gonna be. I mean, I'm certainly got people in mind, and they'll
yeah,
go from there. Uh, but yeah, back to the NFC record, playoff wise, Seattle with the 1 seed.
mm, yep,
Chicago's hosting Green Bay. You mentioned that earlier. So San Fran
mm,
goes to Philly. Um,
yes, sir.
that's gonna be a fun one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I believe the Eagles gonna win that. I just think the
Yeah.
Eagles are gonna win that game, man. They're gonna, you know, Hurts is out, didn't play this week, so that gives him a week off
Yeah.
to
Yep.
recover. Get ready. And 49ers, man, boy, one. I mean, that's why that game was so huge Saturday night, man. One
Mm-hmm.
game take you from being the one overall seed to now you have to go to Philadelphia.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
that's the consolation prize for having 13 wins. Like you know, but that's what it is, man. And then the Rams are at Carolina. Um,
Yeah.
Based on what I've seen all season, I'm definitely gonna go with the Rams on that one. What say you?
Yeah, but remember the Rams went to Carolina during the regular season and lost lost the number one seed to Carolina, man. So Carolina's not a pushover.
No, they're not, and,
You
and,
know
and they
that.
also lost in Atlanta just past Monday.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So it's not going to be a walk in the park, and they're a dome team playing outdoors. Carolina is cold right now. It's not like they're going to Florida. So they might have some weather
mhm.
out there.
Well,
So
you can't take them on. You
we'll
can't take them lightly. I mean, they 8 wins,
no.
um, but I'm just not sold on the quarterback. Uh,
I mean Bryce, yeah, Bryce is he's a marginal subpar quarterback. I mean you know again if you don't pressure him he can get the ball to attack and those guys and they got Chuba and their tight ends aren't great but they do enough for them to help move the ball. I mean he has some mobility with him. And the Rams, believe it or not, they're not stout against the run. They're on the smaller side. So if they can get the Rams on a play action game. So I mean, but I think if I was picking, I would kind of edge to the Rams. I'm with you with that, but I think it's going to be a game. That game probably be a 24-20 type game.
mhm.
You know, Yeah, I don't see the Rams coming in and doing what the Rams try to do is just run the score up on people, you know. Because I mean Carolina defense is solid, man.
Yeah, especially at home.
They're solid. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Green Bay,
You know.
Chicago. Um, I think this is a nice setup opportunity for Green Bay to get a W.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm calling it now. Green Bay will go into Soldier Field and upset the Bears. I mean, they should have swept them during the regular season, but that dirty hit on Love. And once he got knocked out, I mean, Malik Willis did his best, but you know, they was just undermanned. But I could see the Packers going into Soldier Field, familiar foes. You know, um, and then too, it's personal between coaches because Ben Johnson was talking trash about enjoying beating you know the Packers coach every time he tried to play him. So
That's all right.
but and then Eagles San Fran. I mean, that's gonna be a good game. San Francisco defenses. They're all banged up. The offense. Again, if you let them, you know, run the score up on you, then yeah, they're gonna get yards. But I don't see that. The Eagles starters will be rest. They're what should be well rested and go in and get it and get the dub.
Yeah. And there's something about having to play, that game against Seattle. And man, that was a physical game. There's a lot of banged up
Hmm.
players in that game, including the quarterback. And now you got to turn around and play Philly. So um, that's not the way you really want to go into the playoff.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that's why I was really, really, really keeping an eye on that game Saturday, man. And I'm so glad Seattle got that W, man, because Seattle would have been a
Yeah.
5 seed. You know what I'm saying? They would have been a 5 seed going
Yep.
in.
See, yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll take that.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, And I mean, I would love to be the 2 seed, but 2, 3, it really don't matter because with the Packers, if we both saying the Packers gonna go on the Soldier Field and get the win, then that means Packers will go up to Seattle, and the winner out of the Rams and Carolina go to
Yeah.
Philly. So, and if that's the scenario, I hope it's Carolina. I mean, I ain't scared of the Rams either. I
Yeah, I
mean, it
got
could
you.
be either one.
Yeah.
You know? We all greedy. We want the easiest
Hey
route.
man, that's what you play all season for.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. How about that AFC, man? You got that? You got that breakdown?
Man. Well, until we know who's winning this game, right? We don't have the official. And it looks like there was a fumble too from the I think Pittsburgh fumble.
Oh, and that fake tush push.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're
Well,
saying it's from
they on the
or they
wrong.
didn't get the first down, one or the other. Let's see.
They didn't get the first down.
Okay.
Yeah, they on the wrong side of Pennsylvania for that to work for them.
Oh yeah, I see how. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The little brother Hayward
They just
didn't
don't have
run right. He was
the
hurt.
right QB for that.
Yeah, they ran with a third string tight end.
Yeah.
he, he don't know what he's doing. He's trying to run sideways.
Yeah. That's when you gotta get that
Yeah,
fullback back there and
yeah.
get and
But I
that
mean,
halfback.
if you got the metrics, I mean, I know they got it split where it could be Houston. I mean, Houston's gonna play one of these teams. So if you got the bracket, we can talk about it.
Okay.
You know,
All
yeah,
right.
Denver's what
Well, right
number
now,
one.
yeah. While I get that together, go ahead and talk about the one seed with the Broncos being the one and your thoughts on them.
Oh man, Broncos. I mean, they're solid, solid defense. Offense is not a lot to be desired. I mean, Bo Nix is to me a marginal quarterback. Who like poured lightning in the bottle this year. They won a lot of late last minute games. Um, I mean, when the boy was down, and I think in the playoffs, a lot of his deficiencies will rear their ugly head and will show up to where the games that they were winning because they won a lot of 1 and 2 point games this season. I think they'll lose you know one of those games in the playoffs. Due to a turnover by the quarterback or a fumble by one of the running backs or something like that. So I'm not really sold on Denver. Um, but uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's how I'm looking at Denver right now. They're lightning in a bottle team, kind of like what the Commanders was last year in the NFC.
Okay.
Denver is that lightning in a bottle team.
Yeah. Yeah.
They had an easy schedule. They won a lot of 1 and 2 point games, and but a lot of most times that's gonna catch up with you in the playoffs.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
All right. And let's see there. And there's the Raheem Morris and also the general manager.
Oh wow,
So
wow.
they
Okay.
cleaned up the office
Yeah,
and that was something I was going to mention too when you're talking about
yeah.
what direction the team needs to go. Like everything needs to flow from
Hmm.
top down, and so
Yeah,
you got to get that right general manager with the right head coach. They're all aligned.
yeah,
The owner has to be aligned with them, and then you
yeah,
move forward. And that's where it seems like that's what Atlanta's about to do. Uh, we'll know
yeah,
once they actually hire somebody. Um, we'll have
yeah,
a better idea of that too. But at least that's what it's looking like. So yeah, Atlanta has moved on officially with that,
yeah.
and we're gonna jump right back to this
I'm
AFC.
gonna say one. I'm gonna say one name real quick. Then, if Atlanta hire this guy,
Hmm.
they're gonna be in a worse situation. If they go to New England and they take Josh McDaniels, that will be a colossal, colossal, colossal mistake by Atlanta. That's all I'm saying because I've been reading blogs and they're talking about Josh McDaniel is high on teams
Mm.
radar for head coach. That will be a mistake. That dude is not a good head coach. You know,
Yeah, I hope they don't go that
he's
route.
barely a good coordinator.
Now, what coaches have been fired over the last year or two that we probably sitting there like, you know what, they need to be back in the league.
Um, Doug Peterson.
Hmm.
Let's start there. I mean, you know, Doug Peterson. I mean, yeah, he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. You know, he know how to lead, man. He know how to command a room, and just his pedigree will, get will get the attention of guys. I mean, because he has the ring to prove, what he does work. You know,
Hmm.
um, now I could see McCarthy as an offensive coordinator.
Okay.
I would do that, but as a head coach, Mike McCarthy is not a great head coach, man. Um, I'm trying to think who else that got let go. The guy for the Giants, no.
Okay.
Uh, hmm, man, I had to get back with you. We had to
Yeah.
probably look up a few of those names.
Yeah. We could
Um,
play around with that. I
yeah,
mean, they like I said, and I think that Kirk Cousins signing, that was just that was the writing on the wall too, because like you kind of stuck with a guy that
yeah.
you got to pay a lot of money to. Um,
Hmm.
he needs to be starting, but you don't start him because then you go with the young guy who's not ready. Like there was just a lot of
Yeah,
moves made, so I think they do need to. If you're gonna move the coach, then you got to move the guy who hired the coach, and then kind of go from there. So I'm thinking Bill Belichick.
yeah,
Man, I would push hard for Belichick, but I don't know what Belichick's plan is in Carolina. At the University of Carolina, North Carolina, is he basically setting that up for his son, and then get out the way or whatever he's trying to do supposedly. But I
yeah,
think he's more of an NFL type coach, and if nothing else,
yeah. College is not his shtick, man.
yeah,
It's not his shtick
yeah. So,
at all.
so I think that
And
would bring an identity to that team, man. Um, but if they can get a coach of some credibility like that, and see how he can
yeah, I
build
mean
his
that'll
staff.
definitely make the team a lot tougher.
Yeah.
I mean, just what he brings. I mean, as a coach, has the pedigree, but you'll have to get a strong GM that he has to listen to, because Bill Belichick ran those drafts up in New England, and they weren't good, man.
Yeah. Well, we go.
They were not good at all.
Yeah. Well, let's see who's out there pretty soon, man. We'll keep our eye on it. But back to that AFC. I know you
Yeah,
wanted a bracket. There we go.
yeah,
So yeah, Pittsburgh and Houston. Give me
yeah.
Ravens in Houston.
Or the Ravens. Yeah,
Yeah.
we just put a slash, two slash there.
Yeah. Ooh,
There's gonna be one.
gosh, man. Think about that. Let's go Ravens Houston right now. Like, how would you
Yes.
feel about that matchup? Because I know we was raving about Houston's defense last week, when we was giving our
Yeah.
predictions. So
Hmm.
against the Ravens.
Yeah. I mean, against the Ravens, I think they'll fare well. The Ravens' offensive line is not that great. I think between Donnell Hunter and Will Anderson, they'll be able to push that pocket and collapse on Lamar. I mean, because again, Lamar, you got to rush him like they used to rush Vic. Man, you keep him in the pocket, and he's going to repel backwards because his athletic mind is going to say, "Oh, I just need to get to the outside," and he's too busy trying to make a play, and he's just taking negative yards. So I mean, you get Stingley, you pair him up with Flowers, take Flowers away. Wherever Flowers go, you put Stingley on him, and then you just pretty much you know likely. I mean, they got Alshire and those guys. They can handle the tight ends, man. You know, so the defense shouldn't have a problem. Where I think Houston will have to hope that Stroud, um, don't go out there and make bonehead plays. Play with and take what the defense is giving you. You know, he don't have to force the ball to Nico Collins every play.
Hmm.
And if they do that, I mean, they can go into Baltimore and get a win.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done it before, and And then play ball control, man. Run the ball. You even though it's not working in the first and second quarter, you still stick with it because you keep those linebackers honest. Because then that could keep your passing lanes, open. But if you abandon the run and you got Stroud throwing the ball 40 times, Texans will lose that game.
and and that's
So
one thing that does travel is defense. So
yeah,
if your
man. Yeah, that
defense,
defense is legit.
yeah,
Yeah, don't look at the score for today's game because they said a lot of their
oh
guys,
yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah. That's the one thing about Week 18 NFL.
Yeah,
It looks like preseason, man. You know what I'm saying? Stock in any of the game. Well, you know, maybe a handful of games you can put some stock into, but like Cincinnati, Cleveland today, no stock in that. You know what I'm saying? There was
yeah,
again your Eagles game. Can't put stock in that because
yeah.
a lot of your starters didn't even play in that game. And, so
Yeah, it was like 2% of the starters that played
yeah,
today.
Washington's quarterback hasn't been back yet. Like it's just not it's not what you're gonna see when you see those teams again. And it was like that all day, man. I started watching like, some of the games earlier today and I was like, I can't stay with them too much longer because
Yeah,
it's not the real team. Like you see the uniform, but this ain't the real teams out here. You
yeah,
know.
it's not. Yeah, it's the practice squad team.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think whether they playing, if I'm the Texans, I would want to play Pittsburgh over Baltimore, but I think they can go in and beat either team. Um, and then if we have to juggle because the Chargers is now the seventh seed, and Buffalo is the sixth seed.
Okay.
Yeah, so Buffalo is the sixth seed going into Jacksonville,
Interesting.
and personally, I think that is the worst matchup for Jacksonville, man, because they got to contend with Josh Allen and everything that he brings, and I can see the Bills going into Jacksonville and winning.
And the conditions
You
should be
know,
okay as long as it's not raining. Like that's some good
yeah,
weather, good conditions. Like
yep,
that's really gonna help out Buffalo.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, and the Patriots, man, they're going up against the Chargers in Foxborough. Oh, that was a dream scenario for them.
Yeah.
Now they got this home team with a quarterback with a broken hand, playing outside in those elements.
Yeah. Give me the Patriots.
So, yeah, give me the Patriots.
Yeah. Give me the
Give me
Patriots on
the
that one.
Patriots.
I might even watch that
Yeah,
one.
so yeah, no. So if that happens, man, that will put the Bills going to Denver in that second round, in that divisional round. And if Houston pulls it off, that Houston going to Foxborough, you know, or Baltimore going to Foxborough, you know. So,
Mm.
but I'm pulling more Houston. And I mean, again, defense travels, man. This is the year of the defense, man. Whoever got the better defense is gonna show out, man.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what we got with
Yeah,
that AFC, man. And some other news. We talked about the Falcons, but look, the Raiders have the number one pick. They clinched the worst
yep,
record in the NFL. Um,
yeah. Bravo to them. They didn't screw it up.
so they got the number one pick. Looks like a lot of people are thinking they're going to draft the quarterback from Indiana. Um,
Yeah,
that's what they're leaning towards, and that's probably what's going to happen here. They even already got the graphics made for it, so we'll
yeah.
see what happens there. Um, let's see what else going on. Miles Garrett, okay, he set the sack record,
Hmm.
regular season sack record. Congratulations there for
Yep.
Garrett. Um, and it's hard to do that on a bad team because most of the time,
No, it is.
most of the time,
Yeah,
if your team is pretty good, that means you're able to pin your ears and get down there and get after that quarterback for your opponent. Playing from your team is winning, but when your team is losing, it's like Cleveland's been losing. Man, that's tough. So,
yeah. And I mean,
congratulations.
he stayed double and damn near triple teamed. I
Yeah,
mean, so I mean. I see the graphic where Strahan saying he did it in 16
Yeah,
games, and I'm like, come on, man, just don't do that because when he got his, and I forgot who had the record that he broke the record for one. Brett Favre slid down for him and basically gave it to him,
yeah,
and then two, the person that did it before him did that probably in 14 games.
yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's just different eras, man.
Right.
Just tip your cap, and it is what it is.
Yep, because that is so true. The record when Strahan was playing, it was 16 game seasons, but there were years where there was 12 and 14 game seasons
Hmm.
years ago
Yep.
before he played. So, and then we got a guy
Yeah.
in Deacon Jones who they named the sack after him, right?
Yeah.
So, and he didn't even benefit from having the stats because I don't think they was keeping up
Yeah.
with the sacks and stats back then when he was tackling like that. So, like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So there's records that
Yeah.
could have been set by him too. So yeah, I think Strahan should. I know he threw that in there. He didn't have to throw that in there. He just congratulate the guy. You know, as eventually he
Yeah. He
did.
sound like
Yeah,
a old vet that's bitter. It's like, dude, get over it, man. Come on. Just tip your cap. Miles Garrett's a stud. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
yeah,
Just tip your cap and move on.
yeah.
Your name's in the record books. I mean, he just got one more than you.
Hey man.
You know.
And speaking of Hall of Famers, man, Shador Sanders, right? Go ahead. He
Yep.
just wrapped up his rookie campaign. Played
Yeah.
in a decent number of games this year. Got on the field, got to play. Um,
Yep.
so what was your evaluation of Shador rookie season?
Um. I mean, the rookie season pretty much went. You know. Like I would expect it. I mean, it was some good moments where he can throw the ball. But it was some moments where he made mistakes, and but that comes with being a young quarterback. This is his first time seeing a full fledged NFL defense, and he still got a lot to learn. Because he have yet to go through a full. Yeah, I really think it takes about a good two to four seasons
Hmm.
because then he'll start seeing a lot more teams and a lot more schemes and be able to, you know, set it up where, whether he's going against man zone, be able to break down certain formations, set the defense up with different looks and understanding his playbook, so yeah, I mean, but he his rookie campaign was solid. Um, you know, I think he'll do better if the Cleveland do right by him and just give him the nod as the starter. So at least in the offseason he can prepare because if not, then he's left in limbo whether he's going to start or if he's going back to the bench. Whether they're going to do Deshaun Watson experiment again,
Right.
and then they create this whole hornet nest of uncertainty, and that's the problem with Cleveland, man. If I'm Shador and I hear anything about Deshaun Watson coming in and competing for the starting job, man, it's like, you know what? Get me out of town, man. Like, just get me out of town because
Yeah.
it's gonna it's gonna waste his time. It's gonna stunt his growth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, um, you know, I give him a C minus. I
Yeah.
think that and again, he's a rookie, and there's a lot of other rookies that I'm giving the C minuses to as well,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ward,
That's a fair
like
grade.
Cam Ward,
Hmm.
C minus for
Yep.
his season. Now the benefit for Cam Ward is what you mentioned earlier. See, they
Yeah.
drafted him and they brought him in and they started him, but they knew, like they already knew what the season was gonna look like for them. They didn't care about the record or anything like that. Going with their guy from day one. This is their guy. I think with Cleveland,
Yeah.
the biggest mistake they made was if you were going to draft Shador, go ahead and pick him instead of picking Dylan Abrams.
Yeah.
Like you should have used that pick to get Shador, and then the fifth round pick you draft something else, and now you have your rookie
Hmm.
quarterback behind Flacco or whatever the other veterans you have, or do the same thing
Yeah.
for Gabriel. But when you draft
Yeah.
of them, you already starting already from the jump of which one is
Yeah,
gonna roll with. Look at Seattle. We drafted Milrow.
yeah,
Ain't nobody said nothing about
yeah,
Milrow all season. He can sit behind
yeah,
Sam Darnold. He's learning. The one time he went out there,
yeah,
he did something crazy. They pulled him out. You ain't seen him since. Let
yeah,
him marinate.
yeah.
You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, and personally, I think, yeah, Mero is a big project, man.
Correct.
No telling how he turns out,
Right. But
but yeah, I mean, for Shador, they're gonna have to. They either gonna name him the starter for next year or not.
right.
And if not, then because that determines how he's gonna prepare in this
Hmm.
offseason, man. I understand they always say you gotta stay ready, so you don't have to get ready, but it's just a mentality. How you gonna call your receivers in the offseason and say, hey guys, let's get together and let's work on the playbook when they like, dude, you ain't even a starter. So why would I listen to you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see
No,
what I'm saying?
I
Like
get you.
that's the
I get what you're
mentality.
saying now.
You
Yeah.
know, and that's what losing organizations is, man. They don't make solid decisions,
Right.
and and then that in turn shows, in the team because nobody know who to get behind and who to rally behind,
Hmm.
you know. So, that's gonna be the start for Cleveland to really say who's the guy. Cut bait. If cut bait with Watson, cut bait with Gabriel. I wouldn't even and if you're gonna give the kid the nod, give him the nod.
Right.
If not, let him know he's not, and then you know get the plan because they need a coach. Stefanski might be fired tomorrow.
Right. He might be on the way out, and that's a two-time coach of the year. I think if he gets fired
Yeah,
though, some a team gonna hire him. I
yeah,
do
it
think
might
that.
might be Atlanta.
Right,
Now
right.
that's gonna be a
Because
mistake.
it's not a fluke to be two-time coach of the year in the NFL. So and it's not like they had Joe Montana and Jerry Rice either on their
Yeah,
roster. So he did something. He
yeah,
did something right there. I just think again when you talk about organizations, top down,
yeah.
somewhere above him when they started when they brought in Gabriel and Shador, they pretty much killed
Hmm.
that season from the jump because you already know how it goes. There's a massive following of
Yeah.
Shador in the media.
Yep.
When is he gonna play? Every week was when he's gonna play.
Yep.
Then when he plays, then it was he don't have no line. Well, the same linemen were playing before he got the starting position job. Or the wide every time the wide receiver drop a pass, oh see, that's what like it was just too much of this all the other stuff that come with it where
Hmm.
you the organization self inflict themselves. Like I would like to see Shador's either or the clear cut too. Meaning you
Yeah.
got you a Sam Donald as your starter and a Shador right there, ready to go when it's time. Or go with
Yeah.
Shador, kind of like how Tennessee is going with Cam Ward. Just take your lumps with it and
Yeah.
roll. And
Yeah, and it goes back to what I was saying about Atlanta,
yeah,
Cleveland. You're not there. You're not going to be good overnight.
right,
So take your lumps now. You got your quarterback. All right, now you know how you got to build your offensive line because Shador is not the most athletic quarterback. Can he
right.
run? Yeah, he can run a little bit, but he's not a running quarterback. So
Mhm.
you need to get a solid line that can pass block. And then you still got what's it Quentin John was it Junkins as running
Yeah,
back
yeah.
and
And Samson,
so now,
and they got some good backs.
yeah,
Hmm.
they got some good backs, and then you got the good tight end and Fan.
Right,
You know what I mean? Now you just need to get some wideouts. But then you know the caliber of wideouts you need to pick. You know what I mean? You don't want to
correct.
get a bunch of 5'9" guys. You know with your door, you want to get him them 6'2", 6'3", 6'5"
Some big targets.
type
Yeah.
guys.
Hmm.
Yeah, the way he throw the ball, he needs bigger targets.
Correct.
You know, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what I would do, but that's why we talking about it first.
Yeah, yeah. But with
And then too, that owner, man, that owner is not the greatest owners, bro.
yeah. Oh no, yeah, don't get an argument there. So we'll see what happens with
Yeah,
Cleveland. We know their defense is legit. So they have the type of defense that if your offense is comparable, or at least a ball
yeah,
control situation, or like their defense can get them places, at least get them into the playoffs. So we'll see
Yeah.
where they go from there with that. But hey man, we talked NFC, AFC, couple news notes. The game back to the Ravens and the Steelers
Yes,
is
sir.
10 Ravens and Pittsburgh with a field goal there, so it's 10-3
Yep.
Baltimore. It's
Yep.
going like you say, it's probably gonna be like this all the way to the end. It's gonna be a one score game looking like right now.
Yeah. Yeah. This we trending 17-14 type game. 20-17 type game. Whoever got the ball last get in field goal range and, you know, either hold the ball for the win or kick the field goal for the win. It'll be one of those types of games.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, the Ravens look like juggernauts. In the first quarter, and you look down, it's like they cooling down.
Yeah.
you know,
Yep. Well,
I
I'm
mean,
curious to see what happens going into this half. It's 6 minutes to go. Can the Steelers drive
yeah,
and get on the board with a touchdown, or are they not going to
yeah,
score?
tie
Or
the
what?
game up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be ideal. That with 6 minutes, you go on a 4 to 5 minute drive, punch it in, and let your defense play, and then you go into halftime 10-10.
Right.
Then it's a wide open game.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because I mean you don't want to Rodgers turning the ball over and give you know some garbage points to Baltimore where they can go up 13-3 or 17-3. Then you pretty much up against it. Because you down your big money receiver. You playing a bunch
That's
of
right.
journeyman guys. At receiver. You know, so it's gonna be interesting how they play this.
Oh, absolutely, Philly. And don't forget, man, we still got to talk
Yeah.
college football, so we got to get that in too at some point.
Oh yeah, let's get it in, man. If you got it up, let's talk.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you
I,
what.
I don't remember our picks, but Miami was definitely you know the game went kind of the way I thought it would go. That Miami game was a good matchup. I didn't think Ohio State was going to lay that much of an egg, but
Yeah.
uh, Miami they're solid team, man, solid team. And then I mean you look at that Alabama game,
Whoa,
my
man,
gosh,
come on.
oof,
Did
oof.
Indiana put it on them or what?
Yeah, I mean, between Ohio State, Ryan Day, only thing that saves gonna save him. He won the national title just last year. So, but that Alabama coach, my God, it's time to get him out of town, man. That dude, oof, to get whooped like that,
Yeah.
that was bad.
Yeah, man, Indiana just man, they I haven't seen Alabama get handled like that on the front line
Yeah,
in a long
yeah,
time. I haven't seen them.
yeah. They were bullied. They were bullied on both lines. That's the
Yeah.
thing, man. They were bullied on both sides of the ball. And then Texas Tech was just outmanned by Oregon. I mean, you got those Pac-12 team. Was it Big 12 teams that come that are they Big 12 or they ACC? I don't know. Everybody changing
Now
conferences now.
Miami's in the or Miami's in the East.
No, I'm talking about Texas Tech.
Oh, Texas
Texas
Tech
Tech.
is in the Big 12.
Big
Yeah.
12. Yeah, those Big 12 teams, they not used to playing defense, man.
Hmm.
And I mean, Texas Tech had a solid defense, but their offense, man, just crapped the bed. Because I mean, they was in the game. It was what 6-0 for the longest, and then
Hmm.
they just gave Oregon too many opportunities, man, and and too many turnovers, and they just couldn't move the ball consistent. So,
Yeah.
but but the game of the night, man,
Whew.
that
Ole Miss, Georgia.
UG,
Hmm.
UGA, and Ole Miss. Ooh, that Trinidad said, "Don't believe me, just watch." And drove down, man. That was,
Yeah.
woo wee. That was a good game, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. I know the kid was good, but I didn't know he was that good in that situation going up against that caliber of a opponent. Although they played him during the regular season, but when with all the chips on the board, that says a lot. You know, to come up with that type of win.
Well,
So, but
it's wide open
who
now.
you got? Yes. So who you got, man? Let me know where you
Well,
at. Who between Indiana and Oregon and Ole Miss and Miami?
okay, I'm gonna say the same thing I said last week about when it was Alabama and Indiana. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
let the history of a team, you know, change my mind as far as making a prediction here. What I'm seeing from Indiana, I'm gonna roll with them again. Indiana over Oregon.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yep.
think that team is, forget the history and all that. Like this particular team is built to win it right now, and they showed it.
Yeah.
They telling us that they Ohio State. They beat Alabama. Team is showing us they're undefeated. Like the
Yeah.
one game that they should have lost, woulda, coulda, shoulda lost, they pulled it out. So they got that out the way
Hmm.
too. So I just think this
Yep.
Indiana team is set, man. If they're gonna run the ball like they did with the physicality that they're playing with and the timely passes and that defensive line is gonna do what they do. I just haven't seen enough from Oregon to say, man, Oregon's gonna come in there and run them out off the field. I'm going with Indiana on that one, and then the other one is what Miami and Ole Miss. This where
Yes,
this
sir.
where it gets tricky because I've been bullish on not picking Miami, and
Hmm.
they went to Texas A&M and won, and then they win in the next round against Ohio State, where I definitely thought they were gone, and now they're just sitting there with Ole Miss in front of them, and this is a team that lost their head coach who left for LSU. But so these guys are banding together, which makes this interesting. So this is more of a pick 'em for me.
Yeah.
I was bullish on Miami for 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to go ahead and just roll with them this week. So Miami and Indiana.
Oh, Miami, Indiana. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I look at that Indiana Oregon game. They faced each other during the regular season. It came down to I want to say the last play.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if it was a defensive stop by Indiana or something. So I'm with you. I'm bullish on Indiana. I think they play a blue collar style football, which I enjoy.
Yep.
They beat you up in the trenches. They're gonna run the ball. And what's the quarterback? Was it
Mendoza.
Mendoza?
Yeah. The Raiders quarterback.
Yeah, Mendoza. Yeah, yeah. He don't. What I watch from, he's not the most gifted quarterback so
Agreed.
far as like arm and all that, but he plays smart football. He's not going to turn the ball over or put it in harm's way. And I think Indiana go ahead and take care of that side of the bracket. And oh man, I'm with you with Ole Miss and Miami. I like what I saw out of Ole Miss. I mean, Trinidad was throwing that ball up there, and those receivers was making some great, great catches, man. But then on the flip side, I mean, Miami got a ton of athletes, man. That number 10, that's a buddy of mine, first cousin, man.
Okay.
Um, Miami, yeah. Um, so that kid is like to be a freshman and already making a name in the NCAA. And then that defense for Miami is just solid, man. They got those two ends that they're relentless, you know. But I think Trinidad mobility will get him out of some situations that the quarterback for Ohio State couldn't get out of because he was slow of foot. And I think Trinidad will be able to, with his athleticism, be able to get out of those jams. So I'm gonna give Ole Miss the slight edge
Okay.
if they don't turn the ball over. Now, if you give Miami, some extra possessions and back, because that's one thing Ohio State did, man. They started, screwing around and messing up and turning the ball over, and then, you gave Beck those extra possessions, and he made them pay. But if you play sound football, man, I like Ole Miss, Indiana. I'm gonna go that
All
route.
right.
I, I'm just it's a pick 'em for me, man. Don't hold me to it. If Miami pull it out, say, "Oh, you picked Ole Miss." I'm
Hey
just,
man.
we both we gotta have you pick Miami and Indiana. I'm gonna go Ole Miss, Indiana. Just try to shake it
Hey
up.
man. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't an easy decision for me on picking
Yeah,
between those two because really, honestly, I didn't have neither one of them in that playing each other. So you know,
yeah,
and
exactly.
UGA, and Ohio State supposed to be running.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they're supposed to be running, but to beat a team like Georgia, the way they beat them, and Ole Miss had every opportunity to lay down, and they didn't. Man, that just says a lot.
yeah,
You know, that says a lot about a team. And then Ohio State, you could tell Ohio State was just they were just manhandled by the NFL. Man, they lost too many studs on that team. I mean, outside of Smith, man, they lost majority of their defense. They got Caleb,
hmm
but they have Caleb playing more slot and safety versus outside corner. And they just and then that quarterback, man, that quarterback was uh, they need to go ahead and find them a new quarterback. That kid don't have it.
yeah,
I mean, when the lights was bright, he turtled up, and but yeah, so
yep.
So yeah, that would be it for me. Indiana and Ole Miss face each other for the national title, and I mean, I could get my pick this week, or we talk about it next week after the fact. You let me know.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We gonna save it after we get
Okay.
that
All right.
semifinals done, and then we'll
Yes,
knock it out
sir.
from there. But yeah, man. It's well before we do roll out, man. College football. Do you like? Are you still now with another week of play?
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and with these upsets that did occur, do you like this format better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 I like it better. I don't. I never liked the BCS. With points and computers and all that because you can skew numbers to be in a team favor because if it was up to the BCS, we already know it would have been Alabama, Notre Dame. It would have been the usual suspects. Indiana would have been that team that went undefeated or had one loss and got blackballed out of the
hmm
out of the championship game because they're Indiana because they would have pulled that strength of schedule crap and like the one year where UCF went undefeated, but they didn't let them in because they said, "Oh yeah, it was
hmm
they strength of schedule," you know, and that's the thing, this format takes all that away.
Right.
I mean, you had Tulane, you had Texas Tech, you had teams that won their conference and they got in, and that's the right thing to do. So I'm all for it, man.
Right.
Now, I don't think they need to add no more teams
Yeah.
because
Enough's enough.
it's gonna get yeah, it's gonna get ridiculous. But the format right now, and the teams that we're looking at, they're a product of the format, and I say bravo to NCAA.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well, I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm fine with it. For the fact that it does open the door for a couple teams that would normally get X'd out of there. Um,
yep,
that the one thing I do, and I hear some people in the mainstream media saying it, they don't want the James Madisons in there. They don't want those type. I still want those type of teams in there because that's going to be their Super Bowl. I mean, their national championship is to get
well,
to
yeah,
the playoff, and they do the group of five path to get in. Then
hmm,
they get in. I mean,
yep,
we have that first round for a reason. Like in any other sport,
exactly.
you have a first round. A lot of times the 1-8 seeds, and you have those type of matchups where
Yeah,
okay, we kind of know who's going to probably win, but then
I mean, you never
those
know.
years where
You can have a
a
football
bottom seed
team that,
upsets them.
yeah, that can be that Appalachian State that plays Michigan and beat them, or
Right,
how in basketball Creighton show up and beat Kentucky or somebody.
right,
You never know.
right.
I mean, I know football is different, than any other sport.
hmm
It's about brute punishment and my guy's better than your guy. But I mean, they won their conference. They got in. They fit the scope to get in. Let them in.
Right, and that
You
gives
can't discriminate against a team because they're James Madison. I mean,
yeah they
that's
$5 million to move to FBS. You know what I'm saying? To
yeah,
go from
yep,
FCS to FBS, they paid their money.
yeah,
They're building their team,
yep,
and by the way, they're again they're a byproduct of Indiana because a lot of the James Madison
yeah,
players are on Indiana right now. because they came
Exactly.
over with
Exactly.
when Shingeti got hired.
Coach.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you know
I agree. And then the thing is too,
that opens the door for these
it's
other
going to
schools.
help James Madison and Tulane and help those teams recruit
Right.
because not every 4 and 5 star educationally can go and sustain Alabama, Ohio State, USC, Florida. They're gonna have to go to these Tulanes and James Madison schools. You know,
Well,
just because it's not enough scholarship
not enough
and
slots.
UIL money to go around.
Right.
You
And we
know,
don't need everybody to
so
go to one school. We need players spread
no,
out, go to different
yeah,
schools. So, and it opens that door
yeah,
for that opportunity. So, hey, man, leave that part of it in there. Don't. They've already uh, have an exclusive group already with these
hmm
quote unquote Power Five teams or Power whatever it is now four, where there's certain teams
yeah,
that have all the money, like the
yep,
Texas, and Texas Tech now, and the Alabamas and Georgia. We got the same ones that are already in one group. You know, we, we don't need to see the exact same teams every year anyway. So open that
hmm
door. So there we go.
yeah, yeah. I totally agree.
Yes, sir.
You couldn't say it best, man. Couldn't say it best.
All right. Well, look, 111 yards rushing already in the first half for uh, King Henry. So they're definitely
Yep.
going to run the ball a lot. Um,
hmm
and I have seen Lamar scramble a little bit. So I think they're gonna definitely dominate the rushing yards in this matchup, and
Yeah.
we'll see if it results in a W, man, for the Ravens. It's almost halftime though.
Yeah, it's almost halftime. I think we about 2 minutes out. Rogers is running for his life,
Yeah,
man. None of these receivers is he know he's undermanned
yeah,
and it's frustrating because he don't have the guy,
yeah. No game breaker,
and
man.
and yeah, I mean, this for the offensive coordinator to scheme guys open, man. You know. But again, can they beat win their one-on-one matchups? And right now they're not winning. You know, and I mean all they got is Warren. I mean you know they're doing their best to win on yeah to win with toss and crack plays with their running backs, but you know that the defense is really keeping them in this game,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
So
Okay. Well, we'll definitely. I'm gonna hang in there and try to catch the rest of this.
yeah, you and me both, and then we'll see, and then we'll talk. We'll talk playoffs, man. If you want to do a pre-show or whatever, let me know. Once after this game, it's all solidified, and then we get the times and all that stuff,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
But
We'll get it
yeah,
done because
so
there's gonna be some Saturday games, Sunday, and then a Monday night
oh
game
yeah, yes
next
sir,
weekend.
yes sir.
So
Yep.
okay. Well, let's do it then.
All right, bro.
All right then. We'll holler. Chop it up a little later.